Greetings, welcome on my channel. The main idea of hexagonal, or if you'd like, clear onion architecture, is to separate business logic from everything else. What does it mean in practice? Your business logic is the heart of your application. All of your business rules, any validations, whatever. Because if we consider a classical three layers approach, that like your controllers simply accept requests and payload from your users and send them back. Also like some info, payloads, errors, etc. Your repository simply operates with data, so like stores it in a database or generally in a storage. Like network, like access, calls some external APIs and so on. It's all like your repository or generally data layer responsibility. And business logic is the heart of your app. So anything, yes, anything like any rules, validations, like whatever, except like yes, data and accepting and receiving, like sending back requests. It's all about business logic. It's the core of your app. So if your application is not a simple CRUD, I mean create, read, update, delete, it's the most valuable, the most important part of your app. So why does it so matter? Basically, if your project, your application isn't structured properly, it simply means that you have a very tight connections generally. Because if your business logic is intertwined with data access manipulations, I mean directly, if your business logic is intertwined with like accepting, receiving requests from users, it's generally hard to maintain, support, add something, change something, and so on. One more problem with it, it doesn't happen very often, but you may need to, for example, change a database or add one more database, or like change your HTTP framework, or even replace HTTP with gRPC, for example. Yes, and in such cases it will be hell just to migrate your app with this way. And if you leverage hexagonal architecture a proper way, ideally that nothing changes. You can replace your database with another one. You can like change your like deliver, I mean HTTP and so on layer. Not a big deal. Ideally, everything will be working the same way as it's working right now, and it's just fantastic. Yes, not often we may need such changes, but it happens. Also, yeah, it happens more often, I think, when, for example, you used Postgres and now you need to use a graph database, for example, or a cache database, for example, Redis, Memcache, whatever. And if you abstract your business logic from all of it, because it's a repository, it's data's layer responsibility, yes, so there is no pain at all. Like you can even kinda change the programming language, but I mean anyway, yes, you will need to implement your business logic the same way there, but everything will be clear, transparent, and obvious. Yes, unfortunately, not a lot of developers have such skills to implement, design, build such systems, such architecture. In my experience, I've never seen true hexagonal architecture. Sometimes it was something like that, but not really. It has a lot of like advantages. The only disadvantage is it's hard to implement from scratch. Not everyone has such skills, but now by using AI, for example, it's much easier, in my opinion and experience. generally, but there are many more pros. It's much faster to work with it, you have much more pleasure, also you're more productive generally, you can deliver your features much faster, you can fix your bugs much faster and easier, and so on. I can list it for a while, but it has a lot of cool things about it. It's not applicable to everywhere, sure. I am talking mostly about web backend development. It may even be applicable to frontend, I think, as well. Why not? Maybe not pure hexagonal architecture, but at least even inside of your framework, you can split your general layers. I mean, you can have your business logic as a separate layer and you reuse it across the app and so on. So as to me, it looks really great. Sometimes on front-end projects they do it this way, but almost never, I would say. And also one more main idea and advantage of hexagonal architecture, that you don't depend on the frameworks. It may be harder to build on front end. I mean that you don't depend on your Angular, React, Vue, or whatever you use. But on the backend, yeah, it's a normal way. So you don't depend on your HTTP framework, for example. You don't depend on your database, storage level, on your clouds, and so on. Yes, there are a lot of advantages in such an approach. I hope this video was interesting for you. If so, please like it, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends, acquaintances. If you are really interested in this topic, like, I can make more videos about it, give you examples, show, and so on. You can also read Alistair Cockburn's books. I hope I pronounced his name and last name correctly. It's the creator of hexagonal architecture itself. Also, Bob Martin is very popular with his clean architecture generally. So yes, something like this. Hope to see you soon. Bye.